Hi folks, this is all the fruit. It's the end of August and I'm still finding new cherries for you. This year, I'm pretty sure, is Prunus lusitanica, a laurel cherry species from the Iberian Peninsula, from Portugal mostly. Prunus lusitanica has become quite popular as a landscaping plant in recent years, but this one here is older. This is from the time where it still couldn't be found in the normal nurseries. I've seen very few places with such old Prunus lusitanica. Well, usually they are shrubs, but this has been pruned to be a tree. Actually, the only other place I know such old Prunus lusitanica is on the Philosopher's Path. So this is most probably from the last century, before it became popular as a landscaping plant. Well, yeah, it's a cherry. It's a cherry where people are not so sure if it's edible or not. Most modern websites, they kind of agree on if all those strange cherries are bitter, don't eat them. If they are not bitter, eat them. And they are not talking about particular species, but they say, yeah, Prunus Laurel Cherry, Prunus lusitanica, other Prunus species. You try them. If they taste good, eat them. Yeah. And it's good that I found this old tree, because most of the young Prunus lusitanica, they don't even have fruit. It seems that a lot of the recent varieties of a lot of different ornamental plants, they are basically, a lot of them are not flowering, and a lot of them, the ones which are flowering, are not fruiting. But the more traditional ones, they usually have a lot of fruit. Look at this one. It's covered with fruit, although I think this year most of the fruit, they are pretty late. They should actually all be ripening, but the tree is still covered with teeny tiny fruit because it flowered a little bit late. And as you can see, those old-fashioned varieties, they are quite prolific. I'm not sure if those are seedlings or suckers from the roots on the Philosopher's Path. Most of the young plants seem to be suckers, and the species forms some huge shrubberies. Here it also looks like the stuff, like there are other suckers. If I would find one like 10 meters away, I would be convinced they are seedlings, but no. So let's assume all those young plants here are suckers. Well, Prunus lusitanica is not really known as an edible plant. Maybe in Portugal they have some edible varieties. It seems that in the Caucasus they have edible varieties of the similar Prunus Laurel Cherry, which actually tasted quite good when it was completely ripe. So I'm really curious what this Prunus lusitanica is gonna taste like. I hope they are completely ripe. Let's take some from here. This inflorescence, it has no unripe fruit left, so Phew. Bitter. Really bitter. Nope. This, maybe you could use it to flavor some liquor or stuff like that, but for eating out of hand, no. Definitely too bitter for my taste, and I guess too bitter for the taste of at least 99% of the people. So this was a fail. Prunus Laurel Cherry, the similar Prunus Laurel Cherry, was actually quite a decent fruit. Not a great fruit, but a decent fruit. But this year, for raw consumption, nope. Definitely nope. Maybe the worst tasting of all the cherries I've tried this year. Well, folks, this was a particularly old specimen of Prunus lusitanica, a laurel cherry species from Western Europe, from Portugal. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from Germany, and very soon also from southern France. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.